All right, let's do this. I'm here with Ben Royle, 5-1, fighting out of Phuket Top Team. Just had his first win in one championship, and looked really well doing it.
Thank you, man.
How was
Thank you for having me.
How was it fighting in one? How was it fighting in one?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was sorry, one sec. Yeah, it was good. It's weird. It's like obviously probably not typical. You know, it's like a typical experience of fighting now. Like with COVID and everything, we were quarantining, doing the daily tests and stuff. But it was a good experience. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. How's that fight? Because there was a bit where I thought you'd let him off the hook in the second round, and then you got to him in the third. Like it was like, oh no, don't come on, man, get him. You know, I thought you'd let him go. So I think because you injured him, correct me if I'm wrong, you injured him in the second with the leg kick, wasn't it? And then you got him out. Like. So,
yeah. It was like
what was going through your? Well, that was going well when you caught him, when you noticed that leg kick.
A few people spoke about this. Like I think in the moment, like I was a bit surprised that it happened. Like I didn't at first didn't even register. I was like, oh, like he was fucked, you know. But I thought he was pretending or something. But then I noticed, started to kick it. But even when it was like trying to put the pressure on and stuff, like even though he was like wobbling and stuff, he was really swinging back. You know, it was pretty powerful. I know.
Yeah.
I guess just in the moment, it didn't feel. I felt like I was getting too excited. You know, like I tried to calm down. I was like, "I'll be patient. Oh, I'll get counted. Like it's gonna come." Like I thought like there's no way he's gonna like recover from it. You know, but he actually did recover really well with his legs. You know, like he kept moving really well. Like it's surprising. You know.
Yeah.
But. Maybe a bit of lack of experience too. Like maybe once I hurt his leg, I probably should have gone to his head or his body instead of just focusing on the leg. But stuff for next time, you know.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? It's all a journey and learning, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, fighting first time in one championships as well. So, how did you get that contract?
Through Boyd, the owner of Top Team. You know, like obviously they were doing the like 3 consecutive shows, you know, in Bangkok, and with the international travel restrictions, they were just looking for fighters, you know, like who's here, who can fight. Obviously, there's loads of really high-level Muay Thai guys here still, like all the Thais. Even a lot of the Western Muay Thai fighters are still here, but less so for the MMA. So just because at the right place, right time, I guess. Yeah,
so
right place, right time.
Did you get a contract with them, or was it just for one fight?
No, it's multi-fight thing right now. But
is it?
Like, yeah. Like it's on it's on. I got a Warrior Series contract, and then there's some rollover on it. I don't know. I don't understand it fully, to be honest. But it's multi-fight.
Oh. All right. So, because there's three more shows coming up, isn't there? There's one this weekend, and then there's another 2, isn't there? Do you reckon you can get on one of them?
I'm not sure. Like I think the match now. You know, like it's the next 3 have all been matched. So I'm hoping they're gonna come back around like October, November, and then that'll be perfect for me. You know, but the next 3 now. It's like from that fight as well. I'm a bit fucked up. Like my thumb and my ankle are pretty fucked. You know, so I think I probably need a few weeks just to recover, and then like sort of get back into it.
Got you. Yeah. Is there anyone you need to fight?
It's difficult, because like the other people to fight are the people who are already in Thailand right now, and then
I can only see.
Pardon?
I was having a look to see who I could see who's on one's list, and I could only see 4 people that were in your weight class.
Yeah, like I fight bantamweight or featherweight. Like originally, I signed to fight at bantamweight, and the
Uh-huh.
opponent pulled out like 3-4 weeks before, and then they replaced him with Quinton at featherweight. So
Got you.
I'm open to both weights, I guess. But yeah, it's hard, yeah, because everyone's already in Thailand, and like most of them are at Tiger, but I know all the Tiger guys, you know, like
Yeah.
personally, like we're on the street, see them all together. So I don't know. I'll just fight and see whoever they offer me, you know. So
Mm.
everyone's going to be like a hard fight. So a good opportunity as well, you know.
Yeah, because I looked at it and there's like that Detch, whatever his name is, I can't remember his Thai name, and some other guy that are fighting next weekend at the same weight, and then Shannon had a win, or the guy that he beat, you know, which like
Mm,
Shannon's been with them for quite a while, isn't it? That'd be a tough fight for you to get.
yeah, I think I'm, I imagine they'll probably look to like match me with like the less established fighters they have on the roster, or like at this point anyway, guys like Shannon, who's like a star, you know, in Thailand for
Yeah.
him. He's probably going to look to give him more high profile fights, like Pinker, you know, and other guys. But I I think like what I've noticed from following one and stuff, especially compared to like other organizations, is like it really does seem to be like everyone fights everyone anyway. Like
Yeah.
if you look at like the tops of all their divisions, like they all fight. Everyone's fighting each other. Most of them are fighting each other like 2-3 times. You know, there's like loads of rematches.
Mhm.
Uh, no one sort of. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
can't really
yeah.
expressing it though.
It's not a massive roster, is it? For a lot of the divisions, so that you do tend to have the top fighters because when they fight each other, like the top fighter will be the best one, and then when they fight each other, they'll sort of be okay. But then when they drop down to that next level, they smash them, don't they? If you know what I mean, like the top five,
Yeah,
not many people into the top five. That I'm not making a good job of it either.
yeah. Like there's,
Yeah, so there's a big gap, isn't
I
there,
think we
probably
understand
between
each
the
other. You know
top
what I mean?
five. What's that?
Yeah. Exactly. And like yeah, I think they do have like rankings now. Like they do have like a top 5 ranking, don't they? But like it's less sort of like the progression of people is a bit less linear as well. It's not like guys fight, you know, 4 or 5 unranked guys. If they win, they get a top 10 opponent. Go through that. It's just sort
Mm-hmm.
of like, all right, you won, all right, fight him. Fight you lost, all right, fight him. Whatever.
Got you.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking to Gary Tonin, and he's like number 5 in their rankings, and he's wanting the title shot next, really. You know what I mean? But he can't fight now, can he? Because of everything that's going on, which is great for you because it gives you a good opportunity now to make a name for yourself in one, doesn't it? If you can get a few fights under your belt.
Yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, I'm just really lucky to like be in Thailand. Like still be here. I think it'll be good. I don't know how long it'll last for, but hopefully they'll be able to get like you say, like maybe 2 more fights with them before like international travel even opens.
Mm-hmm.
And uh,
So how did you end up in Thailand then, Ben? Because you're from Manchester, aren't you?
yeah. From Manchester, Gorton in Manchester. Uh,
Oh, Gorton. I was not far from there. Gorton, where? Gorton near Hyde,
what about
or
you?
am I wrong? I'm from North
Uh,
Wales.
close. All right, yeah. It's like inner city Manchester. Like it's like next to the city centre, you know. But like
Uh,
Hyde's not too far. Like Gorton's more central, a lot more central though, really. But it's close.
I can't remember.
Uh,
I used to live in Dalton and
in
Wally
Charlton,
Range.
you say?
Yeah, Dalton and
Yeah,
Wally
it's
Range. So,
it's like probably even a little bit closer than Charlton, as you know. It's like but East Manchester, so I think. So it's like near Longside, Openshaw, Ardwick, sort of thing.
yeah, okay. I know. I'm
Yeah.
struggling to because when I went back to the UK before, that's why I hit you up in the first place because I was going back to the UK for the first
Mm.
time in years, and I was staying with my mate who lives over near Hyde, like. So
Yeah. Where are you based now? Like Peru? Or you?
I'm in Kenya right now.
I thought.
Normally I live in Thailand. So
Oh yeah.
I've got a place in Kenya, but I work in China. So I flip between the two, and then I've just been spent a year cycling around South America. So that's why I went back to the UK. Otherwise, I'd have been in
So,
Asia. Like. So
so
sorry, mate. How did you end up in Phuket Top Team in
um so like maybe like May 2016. Yeah, May 2016. I went there for like a 1 month, it's a training trip. I met my friend there,
Yep.
and so I trained for that month, and then Eric Gres, the old coach, I got to know him a little bit. He liked me. Saw something in me, I guess, and like he was encouraging me to come back, And then he said like if I came back, like I was only an amateur at the time, but he said he'd get me a sponsorship, like he'd get me to do it, like a favour to him pretty much. So
Uh-huh.
I did. I went back to England at the end of the month. So I stayed home for about 3 months, kind of like got whatever money together I could. Then I went back for what should have been 6 months. So I was like meant to come, I went in September. I was meant to come back in March, but
Uh-huh.
that was like September 2016, and I just lived there since. Not left.
Oh,
Uh,
so how'd you find Thailand?
Pardon?
How'd
What'd you
you
say?
like it
Sorry.
over? How'd you like it over there
Yeah.
compared to the sunny weather of Manchester?
Oh, it's a lot nicer than Manchester. I, I feel bad sometimes. 'Cause it's like almost normal now. Like I really take it for granted. I think like a lot of the time. Like
Yeah.
I could all go to the beach and stuff, like anything like that. But I don't know. It's just so nice. Like I only went abroad like 2 times, when I was a kid. But like when it's like really sunny outside and stuff, like walk out, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm on holiday. Oh. Just like it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, it's, it's more like originally I came here anyway just for like the training, for top team, train with Eric
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and that's still like for me now the biggest thing about living here is I really like Thailand itself, but it's being able to sort of live this lifestyle of training full time, sort of teaching jiu-jitsu, like it's perfect for me. It's perfect, like it's just what I want to do, and then the fact that I get to do it here, that's like even better.
Mm-hmm. Are you a sponsored fighter by Top Team?
Yeah, I'm a sponsored fighter, and then I teach like the kids jiu-jitsu and some of the nogi as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's more your base, isn't it? Jiu-jitsu?
Um, I
Or am I wrong?
started training. No, sort of like when I started training, I started with MMA, so I was learning everything. But then I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu now, and like especially at amateur, and my first 3 pro fights, like most of them were submission wins. So I think Waller's been kind of considered like a jiu-jitsu guy, But I I think especially as my career has developed, I could do even like the fights are won by submission. It's like 80% striking, and then there's a submission at the end. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel more mixed, at this point.
Oh, yeah. So how often do you train Muay Thai? Every day or twice a day?
Um, no, like I kind of go through like the way I train. I think I kind of go through cycles with it, So like
Yeah.
sometimes I go through stages where like for a lot of this year, like especially through like the lockdown period when we were just sort of doing home training, I was pretty much just doing jiu-jitsu 2 times a day, and like
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 or 3 times a week I'd do some striking. But I was just doing loads of jiu-jitsu. I was like really enjoying it, and that was kind of like the best training available for me at the time. Like when we were just training, in people's houses and stuff like that. It was like so we had like a district lockdown, in Phuket. So like the
Mm-hmm.
people in my district who I could train with were all jiu-jitsu guys. Like
Okay.
it was really good training. But like so I go through a stage like that, then like I've had a few Muay Thai fights, so when I've done that maybe for like 4 weeks or whatever, I just do Muay Thai 2 times a day, and like if it's like a typical week like this week, I probably do like 5 jiu-jitsu, 5 grappling sessions. Like I'm not doing that much wrestling at the minute, but like five grappling just because of our timetable. But like 5 grappling sessions, 5 sort of MMA and striking sessions,
Yeah.
Then some
When will you get?
conditioning or whatever.
You'll be training this week.
No, not like
Oh.
like I'll be in the gym and stuff, but like once my ankle and my thumb's better, I'll be training. Like I'll still be there, but I'll be able to get stuck into it properly.
I was going to say, oh man.
Yeah, no,
Getting back.
Panda is. Did you watch Steve Panda's fight?
Yeah, yeah.
That
I bet
was
you there was shit
yesterday.
seeing him coming flying towards the roast.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
have you seen one of his? I think one of his old fights. It's on YouTube. Like he goes out of the ring like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like he literally like flips over the ropes like 3-4 times there, man. But,
I wouldn't want to be kind of.
No, fuck no. But yeah, he was training today. He was in the Muay Thai session. Like
Yeah.
black eyes and like black eye, bit bruising. It was like I don't know how much he did, but I saw him stretching at the end. So
Yeah, fair play. Like I'd have took a couple of days off if I was him, but no.
I think he just had like he just had a load of takeaways last night, and I was like good to go.
Yeah, he was. I think he was in Taco Bell, wasn't he, in Bangkok? So
Yeah,
smashing it.
it would be a good sponsor for him. Right?
So how about you? If we're talking about food, what food do you like? How do you get on with the food over there?
I don't like what Thai food do I like specifically, or just like
Yeah. How do you get on with the food in Thailand? Do you eat spicy food or?
Yeah, it's good, man. I like the like massaman and like the creamier sort of curries, like more similar to like Indian food, isn't it? Like I like that
Yeah.
style of Thai cooking, but it's all good, like Thai barbecue and stuff. It's good. That's good. What about you?
Pretty much everything. What's my favourite thing? I can't think of the name of it now. Like a yellow curry is probably my favourite with soft shell crab. Pat Pong Gary. I should remember that because Pat Pong's a red light area and Gary's prostitute, isn't it? So Pat Pong Gary with boonim soft shell crab, which is one of my favourites. And then I like Sontam as well when I'm back home.
You get like the Thai style sometime with the crabs and everything.
Yeah. With fermented fish.
You eat that?
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a while, but yeah, once you get into it, it's nice. Like, but
No?
sometimes you come unstuck with that, where you go, yeah, pet, it's spicy, isn't it? And they fucking hammer it, and you're like, and you're like regretting it, and they're laughing at you.
I can't get past the my girlfriend sometimes eats it at the same table. Like the smell of the crab.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It pulls me. I like sometime, but like Frilang style, just like papaya sour.
The fermented fish it is that you can smell. That's the stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's great, man.
it is strong. Do you eat durian?
I've had it once, but like that. It wasn't that bad to be fair, but I think the one I ate wasn't like super ripe, so like the smell wasn't too bad, the taste wasn't too strong. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went through a stage of eating loads of it, but I eat there's 3 types I like: Gadum, Pumani, Montong, I think it is, if I remember right. And they're the really soft ones, the smaller ones, but really soft and smelly. So they're the ones I like, the really smelly ones. I sort of seem to like smelly food, yeah, by the looks of it.
There's a lot of it here, anyway.
Yeah, it's wicked, man. So, you lived in Gorton. What was it like for you growing up in Gorton? Did you have a decent life, or was it tough, or what? What was it like for you?
It was like, it's like, it's just normal, isn't it? That's weird. I find it a really weird question to answer. So not to ask,
Okay.
but I find it a weird question to answer. Like
Uh-huh.
I think everyone's like upbringing is just normal to them, isn't it? It
Yeah.
was like I grew up with my mum. House was alright. I was like she's a good mum, you know. Me and my dad,
Mm-hmm.
same sometimes. My life was like Garden's not a very nice place. Like it's pretty shit. Let's run down. But I definitely had like I know loads of people who grew up with who had like way worse lives than me, you know. So
Yeah.
it was good. I think it was good. Garden
So,
fun though. And so
but it wasn't something in you bringing up that what made you. So what made you go into MMA then?
no, I'm not like no, it wasn't like this like oh, I'm fighting out the ghetto sort of story.
Yeah, no,
like
just whether it's
no
bullying
no
or
no
whatever.
no. The,
Just a question to ask, like,
um
what? Just to lead it into why
I
did you start?
man like it's a real like underwhelming reason really. Like I was really like training. I was into doing when I was like 14 maybe. Started lifting weights with some of my friends and like got really into that. I really enjoyed it. I was doing like 4 or 5 times a week. And then the friends I was lifting weight there was one of my friends I went to school with, called Harry Williams. His dad owned an MMA gym, and the friends I was lifting weights with wanted to go there to train, and I had no interest in it, you know. Like I didn't even want to go, but I didn't want to go lift weights by myself, so I just went with them. And
Yep.
then like did the first session did was grappling, and it was we wouldn't even call it jiu-jitsu, you know. It was just like I don't know. It's like real old school like grappling, you know, like just like digging your elbow in people's face and stuff. It was weird, but like I just loved it. It was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I was like real competitive. I was like, fuck, they were gonna go, you know, like 2 times a week, and I was like, fuck, I want to be better than them, so like, I'll go 3 times a week. And then I was like, no. After there was only like 3 sessions a week at that gym, so like a month later, I'd like started jiu-jitsu at another gym, so I had to train like 4, 5, 6 times a week, whatever. And then I just never stopped, you know. I just really enjoyed the training. So
Wicked.
it was just like the first sort of like passion I found, you know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I thought this is what I want to do.
Yeah, mine was a bit different. It was like I came to it late. I was in Thailand at the time, and my sister was in Hua Hin, and they had this Muay Thai thing free at their hotel. So I'd done it within about 2 minutes. I was probably about 110 kilos at the time. I'm on the floor trying to breathe out my arse, like, because I'm like, so it's after that, it's like, I need to get fit now. Started jiu-jitsu, started doing
Yeah.
MMA, started running, and then like
Mm.
I got myself
Are
into some shape.
are
Now
you
I'm
able
a
to
bit
train
fat.
in Kenya? Is there any
I've only
training in
just
Kenya?
very much doubt. I've had a look to see if there's anything going on here, but I'm just sort of
Mm.
here to chill out until I can get back to Thailand or China, really. So
Mm.
I'll have a look around the gyms in a bit. So
Yeah.
I just need to do some running or something. Getting a bit lazy at the moment. How about footy? Were you not a football fan?
No. When I was young, you know, like I played for like all my schools, you know, and then went to high school. Then I moved high schools when I was like 12 or 13, and then when I moved schools, I just never really played sports again, you know. Like
Uh-huh.
until I started doing this, like I just doing bullshit, you know, just like hanging around in the streets, riding bikes around, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing. And then until I started training again, and I was like,
Who do you support,
that's,
City or United?
uh, I supported United, but like I've not followed it for a long time, man.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Oh, I'm an Everton fan, unfortunately. You know, so
uh,
it's not been a good year for me.
no, but,
Gordon was more blue.
uh, yeah, I think my granddad supported United or something. I don't know. I
Uh-huh.
was I, I don't know. I just decided to support United.
Got you. So how did you get the fights in Australia then? And how was it fighting
Uh,
over there?
that was good, man. Oh, that was Adrian Pang. Do you know him?
No.
No, it's like He's amazing. I can't say enough about him. He's like he owns like integrated MMA in Australia in Brisbane. He's like he fights in one as well. He's like been there for ages. You know, he's fought all the biggest names at sort of lightweight, and he's like in Australia, he's like a hero. He's like this like MMA pioneer. You know, it's mad. But he trains at Top Team. You know, he used to go out there to train anyway, and so like I met him there, and then like became friends with him. Just always stay in touch. He's like obviously a bit older than me, but it was like just dead kind of. And then like I was always struggling to find fights. You know, being based in Thailand, there wasn't really an MMA scene. Like it was Full Metal Dojo, but that was like on the neck, the wings. They have this for like a year after that. Later on, he saw it and he just said, "All right, let me help." He spoke to the promoters for Eternal, got them to give me a fight, but he helped fly me over. Like he didn't tell me that until after, and then like I performed well in that fight, and the promoters liked me, so they just gave me like just started giving me more fights. You know, gave me a contract with them and stuff. And
So,
it was thanks to Adrian, you know. And the promoters, Ben and Cam, you know, they were really good too. But it was like Adrian that got the initial opportunity for me.
Did you get to spend much time in those, or did you just fly in, fly out?
No, not too. The longest I ever spent there was like 8 or 9 days. So it was well, I went fought in Gold Coast twice, in Perth once, and I think I spent like 2 or 3 days in Perth afterwards. Stayed with my friend Marcus, and then the last time we went to Melbourne to fight, and then the next day, no, not the next day. So I fought on the Friday, and then on the Sunday morning there was the Adesanya Whitaker fight.
Okay.
Yeah. So we stayed until that, and then I spent a few days in Melbourne, watched the fight and stuff, and then went back. It was good, man. I like Australia. It's like,
I've only ever been to Melbourne. Did you get to have a look around there or anything?
Yeah, Melbourne was the one that probably looked around the most there. It's nice. It's really nice, and it's it's like quite a good balance of like England and Thailand. You know, like you have it feels a bit like England, like the cities and stuff, sort of the people, but there's a lot more green. You know, the weather's nicer, and then people just seem happier there as well. I think there's like same as here. You know, people have a bit more sort of I don't know, maybe they have more free time. Like whatever it is, people are just happier in Australia. Like, in Manchester, anyway, it's quite great, you know.
Yeah, I think the sun helps. You know what I mean? I think being in a warmer climate helps. I remember one time I was over in Spain in the winter, and I was walking down the front, and like there's these two old couples sat there having a beer outside this restaurant, like just sat there chatting and laughing. I was thinking, you just don't see that in the UK, do you? You know what I mean? It's just like just wondering how many extra years are on their life because they're just a little bit more relaxed. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about being in Thailand and stuff, you know. And also, I don't know if you feel it. I was saying to someone last night, it was about when I got back to the UK, it felt like I needed, like everyone needs to have this car, they need to have this, they need to have this. And, you know, there's all those sort of financial things that everyone wants and needs, and which is your status symbol sort of thing. And you don't get that in Thailand. I walk around in a pair of flip-flops and a shit T-shirt, you know what I mean? A pair of shorts, and I don't give a fuck.
I think being here as well, like if you meet sort of expats at least, like if you meet an expat in Thailand, like in Phuket, I assume it's the same in other places, they tend to be sort of like they're there by choice, you know, like they want to be there, you know. Whereas I think in England anyway, I was my own experience, but in Manchester, there's a lot of people who like not really happy there, you know. They're not doing what they want to be doing. They're maybe a bit unfulfilled or whatever, you know. But I'd say like, definitely in expat communities, people tend to be a little more fulfilled anyway in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Go on,
I find it less stressful. So what else
yeah.
is happening for you down in Phuket? What else do you do down there apart from training?
Uh, training, teaching. It's on like Panda. I got like the reason I keep looking around and stuff is the dogs like running around my feet, like walking. Like I don't know. It's like my girlfriend, my dog, and stuff. It's normal life now for me. It's
Girlfriend from Thailand.
yeah, she's from Barcelona. Like she's
From
a chemistry teacher.
uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah,
she's from Thailand.
yeah. So she's from Patagon,
Okay.
like East Thailand. Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, okay. I wasn't
southeast.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool. How long have you been with
yeah.
her for?
Only 3 years. Long time.
Oh, that's some time. Nice one,
Yeah.
man. So you thinking of
Yeah.
settling there? Could you see
Um.
yourself going back?
No, not really. Like I thought about it, and during COVID and stuff. Like I want to go
Yeah.
back. I've not even been back for like a holiday yet. Like I really want to go back to like visit people, but like
Mm-hmm.
something always seems to happen every time I like get ready. But yeah, when I think about moving back, it's like the first month's really good. Like see my mom, see my family, see like all my friends, go train at all the gyms and stuff that I've been to. But then like I can't imagine like after that first sort of month when the novelty's gone, like waking up and like live in my mum's house and I've got to like get on a bus and sit in traffic and shit. Like, I've not lived at home since I was like 18. And, like to go back to it and just like start everything again now would be like I don't know, man. It'd be weird.
Yeah. I
Do
think
you go back?
uh, for the first time in what 4 years, I went back like just now, and I was there for 6 weeks. And after like 4 weeks, I had to go. I'm like, I need to leave, and then book this flight to Kenya. And I spent
Yeah.
2 weeks at a mate's house, and then 2 weeks at my mum's house. But it was like that. That was enough for me. Yeah, I've been living on my own now for best part of 40, probably about 40 years. So it's like it's no good being staying at somebody else's house. I don't like it. It's not good. So you just feel
Like,
trapped.
yeah, now as well, like even though we would had to leave Thailand, it's like I've met so many people here, from around the world, coming here to train, and like I'm now that I've travelled a bit, like I know there's so much out there. I don't think I'd want to stay just in Manchester again. I'd want to go to Australia, go to New Zealand, like see what else
Mm-hmm.
there is. But Thailand's good. I like Thailand. Thailand's really
Yeah,
good.
my ideal now is I want to get a place in Colombia. That's my thing at the moment.
Oh
Fucking,
yeah,
I
that's
went there like I spent 6 months. Amazing. If you ever get the chance, have a trip over there. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I loved it.
uh, that
So
sounds
just
good, man.
the people are super cool, similar to Thailand, but a bit different in a way.
Yeah.
And just the countryside and everything's really nice there. It's not touristy, so it's still pretty cool. You know what I mean? And just people doing the normal things.
Do you
So
speak
it's wicked.
Spanish? Do you speak Spanish?
No, shit at
No.
languages. No. I've got about 10 words of Spanish, 10 words of Chinese, and I can chat to girls, order food, and direct a taxi in Thai, and that's about it.
That's more than me.
I walked 10, 11 years, 12 years in Thailand, and my Thai's rubbish. I had a Thai girlfriend for years who could speak English, which what isn't good for learning Thai.
Yeah, I can relate. Like whenever I hear Thai, it's just people shouting at me.
How's yours? You pick much up?
I'm not sure. Like I did some lessons for a bit just before COVID, and then I stopped. Like all my friends, like this lad who speaks. He used to work at the reception of the gym. He's like half Australian, half Thai, but
Uh-huh.
he's like he speaks both like a native. Like he grew up in Thailand a bit, grew up in Australia a bit. and he was giving me like, it was
Yeah.
really good actually. I was learning it quite quickly, but I just stopped there and like made a bit of progress and just stopped. Like, forgot all of it now. It's,
Uh-huh.
so just called caps, like the cap, jet. That's it.
Jet.
Yeah, just pretty much like go to training and stuff, like pointing my knee, pointing my ankle, like jet. That's it.
You order food?
Um, yeah, a bit, you know, but like especially in Phuket, like because I live near the gym and stuff, like near Sorted, like it's really westernized, you know, like all the Thai people speak English there,
Mm.
or
Yeah.
at least like in restaurants and stuff, like that they can take orders in English and stuff like that. You get lazy, but I could order most things I couldn't read the menu that's in Thai though. I'd have to like read an English menu, and then I could maybe put it into Thai, like
Yeah.
mu, kokai, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just squiggles, isn't it? When you're looking at time, it's difficult. I don't know any. I think I can read rent and sale from when I was
Oh
looking for houses, because I used to ride around all day looking for houses. That, that's
yeah,
sale, that's rent. Okay, but I don't know if I could. I couldn't write it.
yeah.
So what's so good?
What's sorry?
What's so good about training for Phuket Top Team?
What's so good about
Yeah.
it?
Why should people go to Phuket Top Team and not down the road to one of the other gyms?
Um, I think like all the gyms, you know, that are in Phuket are good. You know, like not to like talk bad about any of them. They all have their own like sort of strengths and weaknesses. But like what you'll get at Top Team, like maybe compared to some of the other gyms, is like you do have smaller classes. Yeah, I've got something like the coaching's really good there. Like Alavo is the best jiu-jitsu coach in like certainly in Thailand, probably like one of the most accomplished and like best coaches in Asia. Uh, Von Lee's like a really good striking coach, like our MMA coach, striking coach, like really high level. All the Muay Thai trainers are great. Uh, some of them are like really good, you know. Like and then on top of like the coaching, you have smaller class sizes. Uh, I think there's just sort of a more personal feel, maybe, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of got the reputation of being a family gym compared to like new gyms and maybe seen as being like bigger, but maybe for tourists at least, you know, more commercial. Like I feel like a lot of pro fighters but the positives of that is, you know, they have a lot of pro fighters. There's a lot of training partners in high season, but that also means like you don't get any one-on-one time with the coach. Like it's a lot less personal. You don't necessarily feel like you're part of the team,
Mm-hmm.
possibly. You know, whereas like at Top Team, you're probably not gonna feel that way. You know, you're probably gonna meet people, like feel like a bit more of a team atmosphere. I'm not sure. I'm not trained at both, so I can't compare them. But that's how I feel anyway. You know, there is like there's definitely a team there. Like there's a core group of people that are sort of living here, and then there's a lot of people that are sort of returning all the time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got to come try. You know, like everyone should just come. If you come here, you should just come try, find which one you like, and then you just stay there. But obviously for me,
Uh-huh.
like that's going to be Top Team. So go to Top Team
Yeah,
first.
I've not trained. I trained at Tiger once for a private session on Muay Thai, and then I used to live a bit out when I lived in Phuket, near where Summerley.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
I
used
know
to
what you mean.
train there. That was close to where I used to live. I can't think where it is now in Phuket, but I used to
Talang.
live just
I
up
know
there.
what you mean. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
So yeah, I used to live out, which is very much more Thai over there than it is. Like, there's not so many
yeah.
foreigners, you know, and it doesn't like Phuket doesn't always feel like Thailand that much
Mm.
times when you're into the more commercial areas. So it's not,
What's
and it's a lot cheaper up there as well.
Yeah. What's Pattaya like then?
Besides Pattaya. See, I don't drink or anything, so I don't go down to walk. I've probably been to Walking Street 5 or 6 times. That's about it. Like, and I've been living. I used to go. I haven't always lived in Pattaya. I lived in a place called Jantaburi, probably about 2 hours from Pattaya, and I've lived in Pattaya probably a couple of years. So, I just go to the same places. I go to the gym. I go to some nice restaurants, and for that, it's got all the food I like, and
I've heard it's like
whereas I can buy it.
Go on, sorry to
Go
interrupt
on.
you. No, you go on, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
so
I
it's
heard.
just it's more of a
Go on with this.
but Pattaya is more of a party place. It is a bit of a shithole, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? But it has some good points to it. There's everything there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've
It's
been told
cheap.
by people that it's like really nice now. Like it's obviously you have that red light area, but like outside of that, it's like a really like they say it's nicer than Phuket. Like the city's like really well developed and stuff. Really good public transport, shit like that. But I don't know. I've never actually been, so.
And for me, it's got everything that's like most of the things you got in Bangkok, but it's like half the price, really, for stuff. You pay twice as much for stuff in Bangkok. I could go out and get a steak for, I mean a nice steak for like 1,500 baht. Whereas if I go to Bangkok, the same sort of thing will cost me 3,000 baht. So
Really nice steak, huh?
yeah. I'm like or when you get a top like one of them big tomahawks for about a kilo. Oh, fucking hell, like
Oh,
that. So when I treat myself, so I like food. As you might have noticed with one of the first subjects we were speaking about.
no, me too. Man.
So have you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have a younger brother and sister with a different mum. It's like half brother and sister. My sister
Uh-huh.
would be, she'll be 16 now, and I think my brother will be 14. I've not seen them
Okay.
for about maybe 7 years though.
Oh, okay. So that he not follow your career, or he doesn't fancy doing this, or
Um, I'm not sure. I think they know what I do and stuff. I think they follow it a little bit, but I've just not spoken to them.
uh-huh.
Like seen them. I've not seen them. Not really spoken to them since then. But
How about your mates? Is any of them that you started the MMA with? Do they still train?
oh no, they all stopped like a few weeks later. Um,
Yeah.
uh, uh, yeah, it's funny. They were way more enthusiastic about it as well. Like starting, but it's like yeah, it's weird how it all works out. Like some of the people I started training. No, not even. Not even. Like yeah, for like the first few years of training, I had nearly all the training partners I had like stopped. Like the jiu-jitsu, the coaches are still training, and
Mm-hmm.
like at the jiu-jitsu gym, like the coach Adam, and then I asked like assistant coaches, like other coaches, they're still training there, like black belts now and stuff for like first, second degree black belts now. But everyone is like, it's weird because if any of them had still been training now, they'd like probably be a black belt, fucking professional fighter or whatever, whatever it was they were pursuing. But everyone just
Mm-hmm.
stops, don't they?
Yeah,
Like
it's tough, isn't
fucking
it? Get going. A lot of people start and then stop, don't they? Like with most things, most people don't stick at it. So how do you get on
yeah,
for sponsors?
the sponsors.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Who's your
This,
sponsors? How do you get on for
uh,
sponsors? How do you,
uh, oh, not great. no, it's good. The ones I've got are really good, but a lot of money. Like, I was sponsored by Top Team. You know, they sponsor my training. You know,
Yep.
that's my gym now. You know, but like originally they sponsored my training. Progress Jiu Jitsu, like my long-term sponsor. They're they're my only sponsor, really. You know, like it's quite like anything I ever needed, they gave me. Like really, it's like awesome brand. You know, have you seen any of the stuff? Have you seen any
No,
of it?
I never. No, I very rarely. I never wear a gi. I'm useless in a gi. I don't like it. And I don't know. I haven't bought any kit. I've just bought some Venom stuff lately. That was the last thing I bought, and that was a couple of years ago. So,
Yeah, no, they're
so what do
really
they
good. They're like
do?
gis, no gi stuff. Like I have loads of streetwear. Like even the streetwear is really good. It's like sometimes they send me
Uh-huh.
t-shirts and it's like way nicer than like especially now I live in Thailand. It's like nicer than any clothes that I fucking have here. You know, like my formal wear will be like Progress Jiu-Jitsu t-shirts, but they're really good. Like they've supported me since he was like 19. Yeah, 19. Yeah, and
Where are they
for my
from?
last fight, Manchester, they're from Manchester as well. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're like I started supporting when they were like smaller, like not regional, but like a small national brand, and now it's like it's really big. It's like international. They have Progress Jiu Jitsu China. They have it in Australia. It's on Fighters
Uh-huh.
Market in the USA. Like massive sponsor, Kane Duarte. Loads of really good guys. Like I said, the owners are like really good people as well. Like really nice.
Yeah, because I
Um,
was I was talking to
no, no,
Sparky. I don't
no, no, no.
know who used to be one of the coaches at Fairtex, and he was talking about the guy I'm going to be speaking to, Nick Chapman. He was doing the reffing. Did he ref
Yeah,
your fight?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
he was,
yeah,
you know, he was saying he was absolutely amazing at getting sponsors and how he done it. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to speaking to him about how he did it, how he got sponsorships and things like that. You know, he used to get more sponsors than anyone else because he'd put a package together and go to people and say, look, this is what I'll do for you. You know what I mean? I was just
yeah.
wondering how you got on with it because it's a big part, isn't it?
Yeah, I've met like what's like I think because they're based in like Thailand, you know, like Thai companies aren't really going to get behind like fucking at least someone at like a lower level pro, you know, they're not going to get behind you when you're not Thai, you're going to support Thai athletes. And then obviously UK brands are going to support UK
Yeah.
companies, going to support UK athletes. But if you're like say if you're a meal prep company or whatever, you know, like based in Manchester, you're not going to sponsor someone in Thailand. You know, why would you say that? Because they're not necessarily appealing to your market, are they? You're going to sponsor someone in the local area or whatever,
Mhm.
which is fair, which just makes more sense from a business sense. But there's like a lot of guys who we've met here like over the years who are from like smaller, like especially like in the Middle East, so for example. Oh, no, it's the Middle East, but like you know, from Eastern countries, like you know, near like Israel, sort of Jordan, Lebanon, stuff like that. And even though they're good fight, they're very good fighters and stuff, but they're like they have like they're not in the UFC or anything yet at this point anyway, and they have like almost like state sponsorship, you know, like
Mhm.
they just pay like they just paid to train, which and it's like it's great, you know, it's like you don't get that sort of thing, you know, in the UK. I don't think, but you definitely don't get state sponsorship. But like, it's a lot rarer, you know, that people just have like I don't know, like it's like real sponsorship where they're just giving you money just for you. Like there's nothing in it for them really. Whereas like in the UK, it's always sort of it's a business transaction more so. I think.
Yeah, of course.
Mm,
I wouldn't want to get,
mm.
without being funny, I wouldn't want to give you money unless I'm getting something in return for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the way it goes, isn't
yeah.
it?
That's fair
Uh,
enough. I guess they are getting something in
uh,
return. They're like trying to make like national heroes or whatever. But
Yeah.
It seems a lot. It seems a lot more lucrative, you know.
Like if you're the Olympic, if you're in the Olympic team, then you get money from the UK government, don't you? So.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything
It's
else?
like go on, sorry.
That's all right, man. Is there anything else you want to say, Ben, before we wrap it up?
No, not really, man. Thank you for asking to speak to me. You know, it was fun. Thank you, Top Team.
Oh, nice one, mate. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you
I look
for
forward to
jiu-jitsu.
meeting you, man.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Good to meet
I
you.
look forward to meeting you and getting with you.
Yeah, of course, man. It'd be great.
Sorry, man. Go on, again.
I can't. Sorry, like
All
the
right, wicked.
connection's a bit
Thanks a
off
lot,
there.
Ben. That's
Yeah,
all right,
thank
man.
you.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
See you.